I'm in pain most days with my hip, but because it's gone on for so long, I'm used to the pain, but I shouldn't be left like this. Some of the excuses I've heard are, my hip isn't out far enough, it's over 40% dislocated, but it's not far out enough to do anything. I've stopped growing, so they can't use the excuse if I have to wait till I stop growing to do the surgery. I'm sure when I eventually see a doctor again, there will probably be another excuse not to operate. It's going to get to the stage where I need a full hip replacement because of delay in doing anything for me. Some people here will know the disability services have changed to progressive disability services, and we were told that this would improve services. In my experience and the experience of every parent and child sitting or standing here, they aren't working. We are all suffering because we are not getting the services we desperately need. For the last 2 years, services stopped due to COVID. Most people were left without services, and COVID is the excuse that is still being used. But this goes back way before COVID existed. I was transferred from Enable Ireland to the Builders Charity for services. I was moved to a team that know nothing about my disability except what they've read on my file. My old team knew me. They knew the disability and the lengths my parents went through to get me out of my wheelchair and up walking. And they know I or my mom will never give up fighting for my rights to get essential care that I need to keep walking. Now I have a part-time physiotherapist on that when I do see her, doesn't know me or my capabilities. My mom, Antoinette, suffers with scoliosis, so she is restricted on what she can do to help me with my physio, especially when my physio is on the floor. The last time I saw my physiotherapist, she suggested that my 17-year-old brother and sister would do my physio with me. My brother and sister haven't the first clue of how to do physio with me, but that was the only plan she had that day. My mom isn't in position to bring me for private physio, so all I get is what my mom can do with me. There are thousands of parents who are forced to go private through services because of long waiting lists for everything. Why does the government expect families to be in debt to give their children the help they need? Why do they ignore their needs for so long? When are they going to actually listen to us? We are the ones suffering. I haven't had any physio in over 2 years, though any services that are supposed to help me. I've had assessment after assessment to tell me I need physio to keep me standing, but the assessments aren't good enough. I need physiotherapy. If I don't get there, this is a possibility that I will end up back in my wheelchair, and it will all be the HSC's fault and the government. We've heard minister after minister for health say that there's problems with the healthcare, but that's all they ever do. They say it's unfortunate that things have got so bad, but it's their fault. You will hear the same things come out of their mouths now because you will hear the same thing out of them now because we have had to go for health. You need to step up and do what you were elected to do. The HSE needed to prioritize funding instead of leaving services to be the last to receive the funding. We are more important than a huge wages you all get. We are human beings too. We need extra help to live our lives and and to help the best of our capabilities. When you don't do what you're elected to do or employed to do what you're supposed to do, you are failing one of us. If this was any other job, you'd be failing, you'd be fired on the spot. Remember this. People like me will be old enough one day, and amongst the people who will decide if you keep your jobs or not. You're elected to represent every person in Ireland, and you cannot pick and choose who you help. You don't. Thank you, Rebecca, for organising this event in Cork and allowing me to speak today. Without people like you, our voices would be silenced.